Wet weather squarely in the forecast this afternoon in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Washington Commanders and the San Francisco 49ers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
From his end zone, Wilson.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Now the second-year man from Louisiana. Here's Elijah Mitchell.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Throwing is Hurts.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way for the first down.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown 49ers.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Yeah, and that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders.
At their own 25-yard line.
Hal to the air on first and 10.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. The first carry now. This is Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
Now Williams running left. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
Al throwing on first down here.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Second and 10, Howell.
And that's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A gain of 13 and also a first down.
Against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Al down to throw it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Sam Howell.
His 19th touchdown now on the season.
And the Commanders respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
From his end zone, Wilson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hurt's going to keep this himself.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Jalen Hurts. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers have taken the lead.
And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The offense coming back out here, plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Completes it to Samuel.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
This offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Off the option, here's Williams. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Now throwing on third down here. This one swung out to Williams.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
57 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender.
And it'll be intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
The Niners at 5-9 on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here. And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
On second down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he is going to have a 49ers first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Okay, ready. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Able to find Gray here.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Before he's out of bounds. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. It'll be Hurts on the option, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Hurts. This will be caught at about the 5. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Oh, that one got away from him. Short distance kick missed. No good. Way wide to the right. And that will keep this a 3-point game. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal. And then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker as to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
Powell's throw taken in by Samuel. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. From the 24, Powell got this complete to Jahan Dotson. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. He'll get this up to about the 44. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. From the 44, Powell. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
One last shot before the break. Howell. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Robinson up the middle.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. Powell on the QB sneak. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. Touchdown, 49ers. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got him this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that. That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Jason Verrett.
And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
78 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
18 ready.
Here's Hurts to throw.
This is caught. Touchdown.
Devin Duvernay.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
at their own 42. They try the left side here with Williams. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Washington.
Javonte Williams with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders get a bit closer. Sly on for the extra point.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From his end zone, Wilson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mitchell.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Left side, that's caught by Mitchell.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30.
One quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that will be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. They run. It's Williams. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Throwing is Hurts. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
And the Commander.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
148 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
3rd and 2. Here's Howell.
It's complete to Williams. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
Howell looking to throw again.
Finding Williams once more, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Second down, Howell back to pass. Touchdown, Washington.
Curtis Samuel from 4 yards out.
And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Here comes the 49ers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Powell to throw.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with the offensive coordinator now has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And the 49ers have just about sewn up this football game. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now this ball game.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
Let's go now.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Niners, a win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And they will hit the road next week.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders,
it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns.